The fourth job that I'm going to talk about is academic writing. So academic writing is where you do research for people or assignments for people who don't know about that assignment or who do not have time to do that assignment. Sometimes it can be an exam, but mostly it's assignments. So this is where you do research. Like whatever assignment you're given, you have to do research. I have done it. I've done it since 2015, and it basically pays well depending on the jobs you get. And also it requires you to stay up all night, if not most of the night, to get a job, because the jobs are not Kenyan jobs. Most of the people who are giving you those jobs are people in the Western countries who, when it's our night, it's their daytime. So they give you a job during their daytime, which is African night. So it requires you to be up at night to get a job. Some job is about bidding. The person puts on the assignment that he wants done, and then several people bid. They say, I'll do this job for this amount of money, I'll do this job for this amount of money, another person, I'll do this job for this amount of money. And then whoever posted the job chooses whoever he or she wants the person to do the job. Like before someone chooses someone to give a job, they go through their profile. So you have a profile where it shows the jobs you have done, the comments or a review from people who you already did the job for. So they will tell you in the comments, you can't delete it, you can't change it. So if a client leaves the comment there, it's stuck there, so that another client, when they come, they can check your profile and decide if they still want to give you a job or if they want to give you a job. So they go through your profile, their ratings. So the higher they rate, the higher the job. So if you have good ratings, it means that most of the people that you have worked for have been highly rating you. Therefore, you're most likely to get more jobs. You must really know the formats for writing. There are several formats that you use for writing theses. So you must familiarize yourself with the formats. There's a APA format, there's MLA format, there's Harvard. There are several. So whoever is giving you a job will tell you which format they want you to use so that you can write the paper for them. So you have to know about them, you have to learn. You get people to teach you. Like for me, someone else taught me. I was never taught in school. These are just people who know these things, and you hire them to teach you about the format. So if you don't know the format, you have to know. Those are the things you have to know first, the formats. And like the format is one of the most important ones, so that your work is not cancelled, because the more your work is cancelled, the less jobs you will get. And also there's a probability that your account is going to be closed if your jobs are being cancelled or not accepted. Okay, so an account, you have to buy an account for you to have this job. An account, it means like it's like a business account where that is where you'll be getting your jobs. That is how you will be finding jobs for this writing. So there are different Facebook pages that do that. I will write them in the description box if you want to check them. And there are different accounts. There's an account which is called Uvocop. Like that one, jobs are sent to you. It's one of the best accounts where you don't bid. If your job is so good, you will just be getting jobs. Like they'll be sending you jobs all the time. What you need to do is just do a good job, and you can also hire people to do it for you. So they send you the jobs, you send the job to someone else to write for you, and then you pay that person when you're paid, or whatever, according to how you agree on the payment. But this one, mostly jobs are sent to you. You don't bid. The bidding one is tricky because You might stay the whole night without a job. And also there are seasons. There are seasons where they're high season and there are low season. So during the low season, there are no jobs. Most probably school have closed, like during the summer, and now you don't have jobs. So you depend on what you made during the high season to survive on the low season, unless you have another job. So you should. It also helps you with the saving a lot, because as I've said, you depend on what you had on high season to use on low season. So that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, someone might want to know, how do I get paid when I'm writing for someone I don't know, I've never seen, I don't know if even if it's a someone or something. So what you do, most of the pages that I know, you send the first page, they send you the first payment. It depends with pages. Then again, the more the pages, the higher the pay. If the pages are more and the duration is low, like the duration is maybe a day, it means that the payment will be more. You send one page and then you're paid your money for that page. You send another page, you're paid. So that's just how it is. By the time you send the last page, that person has shown that he has paid for the others, so he'll most likely pay the end, because even for him, if he does not finish paying you, he might not be given an opportunity to send another assignment. So yeah, he's risking as much as you are. And for me, I've never found someone who was not paid. If you don't have money to buy an account, you can also, if you're trying to start out, what you can do, you can work for someone else and practice through that person. The person can teach you how to write, and sometimes you don't have money to buy an account, because also the accounts are not cheap, depending on what's cheap or expensive to you. So the accounts are not as not affordable to some people. Let me say that. So you can work for someone else. You just get someone who does the writing job, because there are many people who do those kind of job here in the country. So you get someone who does it, tell them, if you get a job, I will send me the job, and then you pay me per page, or yeah, according to your agreement on payment. So you can start by that, and then eventually you can buy your own account, which now you'll be able to do your work whenever, however you want. Yeah, you also don't stay for so long without doing the work, because it might be cancelled. If you want to buy an account where it is already used and has good ratings. Those are a bit expensive, because they are selling the ratings too. And with a good rating, it means that immediately you buy the account, you'll be getting job ASAP, depending on the season, as I've told you about the season. So when you buy an account with a good rating, it means you'll be getting job frequently, because as I said, the client goes to your profile and see the jobs that you have done. So if you buy from someone who's already been doing the job and maybe he's tired, he wants to do something else, you buy from that person and you get a client, they will go to your page. If you buy a new one and a client goes to your page, they'll be like, okay, I'm the first client for this person. Should I give that person a chance or not? It's 50-50. It can also work for anyone. Many people have also bought new accounts and have grown it to like 9 point something ratings. So it's not like a bad thing to buy a new account. Depending, now you decide also about the money part, or if you want to start afresh on your own. So if you want to buy an account, you can buy new or already used. And if you're buying an account, you have to be very careful who you're buying an account from or accounts from, because people are dangerous outside here. They are like tricky. Like when you're buying an account, it means basically someone is giving you their logins and their password. So that person can change it anytime. So you have to be very careful who you're buying from. So immediately you buy the account, you have to change the password, and also the login, the email address in that account, you have to change it to yours, because someone can sell you an account and go back, cash in the money, because you don't know where to find this person, cash in the money, and then he goes back and change the password and the logins, every login details, and then the account goes back to that person again. So it basically, it's like you bought something but you never really bought it. It's not yours. So you have to be careful with that. So that's all for academic writing. Another job that I do is Swahili. I teach Swahili to foreigners, or I teach Swahili to people who want to learn about Swahili, and most of them are foreigners. You find out that most of the people here in the country are kind of ashamed of speaking Swahili. They feel like maybe if they speak English, they are of another class, or maybe a bit more important than other people. But just like French, the way you learn French, Spanish, Chinese, other people also want to know about Swahili. So some people go to school to learn that, or some people do one-on-one learning with people on the internet. So I teach Swahili at home. It also requires sometimes to teach at night, depending on where the client is, and depending on the time that client said he or she wants to be taught. So because, again, I said it's about teaching foreigners, sometimes I teach at night. It can be the middle of the night, which is their daytime. Sometimes it can be early during the day, which is during their day, which is our evening. So it depends with the client, and you get to love your language more, because if someone else, a foreigner, is interested in your language, then it must be pretty something. And one of my clients that I taught was another man. He was Australian, and he wanted to surprise his girlfriend with Swahili. They were engaged, and he wanted to speak Swahili on their wedding day to surprise his girlfriend, who was a Tanzanian. So I was happy to be I felt like I was part of it, though not physically, but I was happy to teach that person and help him with a little bit of Swahili. And he was very grateful. When the lesson ends or the class ends, you get your money and you go to another client, or you move on to another thing. You don't ask your client, how did the wedding go? Or how, unless the client tell you. But I was happy to be part of it. I've also taught children who wants to learn Swahili, like as little as 5 years old. So it's just basic Swahili. It requires you to go to the library to update your Swahili knowledge. Yeah, and yeah, pretty much that's it. Yeah, and I am still doing it. It's something that I really enjoy, because I get to learn, and also I get to know about Swahili more, and I can teach my daughter Swahili, or my son when he is of age of knowing. So those are the jobs I do. I'll put a clip of one of my Swahili lessons that I have taught, or I did recently, so that you can see what goes on. It should be nearly 2. So, no, it's okay, but the ililima should be tulilimiwa. So guys, that's basically it. I stopped being employed a long time ago, like 2013, 2012. And I decided I want to be self-employed. And because I didn't have a lot of capital to do other businesses that I wanted, I decided to go into the online world. And I thank God for the internet, because I've been getting money, and I even got my man from the internet. Like, I appreciate the internet so much. I'm always there. Every day I'm on my phone doing internet things. You know, in this country, there are no jobs. The rate of unemployment is very high. And sometimes you find that the people who are complaining about the rate of unemployment are the same people that are shaming the unemployed people. So you just ignore them. Where are you supposed to get the job? Yeah, there are no jobs. Yeah, and even companies are laying off people because there are no jobs. There's no money, and the cost of living has gone so high. You have to find a way of just improving your lifestyle, or just getting some money. And for me, I thought about it long time ago, years ago, and I felt like employment or being employed is not my thing. And I sought to do other jobs. I've also done other businesses, which was not on internet, like offline businesses. But most of the jobs that I have done are on the internet, and they have served me well. They have taken care of me and my daughter when we needed it. And yeah, I can recommend it to anyone, so long as you're consistent and you love your job and you do a good job and pray a lot so that you get more jobs. The last job that I'm trying out is this YouTube business, which I am hoping that eventually I'll also get some money from it. So through endorsement, through AdSense or something, so long as it's money and can take care of any need that I need, then that's okay for me. So YouTubers, as you can see, there are many YouTubers who are earning their living basically on YouTube. Just like any other business, you can try something and it fails. It does not mean that it's the end of the world. You just have to try more and more, or try something else. So those are basically the business I've done, or the online jobs that I've done. And you can try it. You never know. If you're unemployed and you can get access to your phone or your laptop or a computer or something, try your level best to achieve what you want, or to earn a living. No matter how, just try, and then you might succeed. Remember, not all 9-to-5 jobs are the only jobs. Yeah, some people are doing 9-to-5 job and they're not happy with their jobs either. I'm not judging. You gotta do what you gotta do to put food on the table, but don't hate on people who are also trying to do things that are not normal to you or to someone else. There's this quote that says, "Do what floats your boat, but does not sink mine." One of the good things of working from home is you can basically wear anything you want. Yeah, because no one is seeing you. And even if someone is seeing you, like the Swahili teaching that I do, because I see my clients one-on-one through Skype. So you can just wear the upper part, be presentable, and the lower part, you can wear anything. So you can do your job in your pajamas, you can do your job naked, you can do your job dressed up, anything. Without makeup, with makeup, anything. You just do what you want. And that is one of the beauties that I like about online jobs. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. And yeah, do have a lovely week.